What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I have another shop owner I do a lot of work for, Bob Mulherns. He trusts me. We have a great relationship, and I think we complement each other and take care of each other. And he asked me yesterday, have I ever fired customers? Absolutely, all the time. Especially in, right here, see that? Especially with this name. I fire a lot of customers. So this morning, well, let's back up. Yesterday, or maybe the day before, some guy stops at the shop on his bike, and they come out there and say, nice bike, and we talk a little bit, blah, 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 blah. He saw me on YouTube. He's got a Volvo. He's seen the video about older Volvo exhaust issues. And as my videos get older in years, so do the exhaust systems on these cars. So the current situation of my video at that time is not going to be a present situation at the time of maybe this guy's need. So let's say 5 years ago I did a video on the same year, make, and model Volvo issues. As that car gets 5 years older, sometimes those issues are more than what the customer thinks. So anyway, I got a Volvo, I've seen the thing, yeah. Okay, bring it in, let me take a look at it. I'm dealing with many other customers. Here's this morning's, right? 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars. Another car was out there, their car, their motorcycle. I'm dealing with the catalytic converter recycling guy. My bookkeeper's here. So then the guy's waiting with his motorcycle and helmets. I figured they would just leave it, obviously not. He goes inside, he's given April a difficult time about signing in, and are we going to sell his information? That's flag number 2 for me. Flag number 1 was him stopping in and just on the whim without bringing the vehicle. That's odd for us. It's not normal. And then him going in the office and not wanting to sign in and saying that he's, are we going to sell his information? So not signing in and saying, are we going to sell his information? That's 2 flags for me. So when I was done with dealing with everyone else, he walks up and shake his hand. I say, hey, good morning. He's like, I bought the Volvo in. I don't want to buy catalytic converters. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. The car's going overseas. And I was like, whoa, are you asking me to do shitty work already? I haven't even touched your car. He's like, no, I'm not asking you to do shitty work. I said, if the car needs converters and it needs this, it needs that, it's going to need what it needs. So if you're already telling me, if you hear the word catalytic converters, you're not doing anything, and I want to wait here and all this other stuff. I said, this ain't the place for you, dude. So he left. It is what it is. I just had this conversation with April before about customers starting at the bottom, right? Starting at the bottom to try and fix the car. If your brakes are grinding, you don't have a brake pedal, and you think a set of brake pads is going to fix your car, and you're going to need to be the person to fix it yourself. And that's what I mean being at the bottom. We'll give you another example of starting at the bottom. Your car's 10 years old or 15 years old or 20 years old. It's got the original exhaust system on it, and all you want is a weld or a hanger, and it's dragging on the ground. It's starting at the bottom. I can't work with people like that. You have to give the shop or the garage some room to want to work on your car. Or if you're dragging your exhaust system on the ground into the shop, and then it takes special procedures for us to even get it in the car, and then you're telling the service writer that all you want us to do is put it back up in the air and tie it up so you continue to drive down the road. I don't want to do business like that. I don't want to do business with customers like you. Keep your mouth shut. Let the shop look at the car and advise you the right way to fix your car, and go through the motions of, can I really afford to fix this car or not? And if you can't really afford to fix your car, right, then you shouldn't even bring it to a shop. You should just leave it in front of your house or leave it on the side of the road. And some people know what I'm talking about. Like, you have trouble putting gas in your car, or paying your child support, or paying your mortgage payments, anything like that. Like, there's no money to even fix the car. Don't waste the shop's time. We had a guy in here yesterday. His car died while he was driving. He thought it was just a battery. You bring the car in, you jump start it, take the jump box off, the car instantly dies. Bring it back, bring it into the shop, check it out. needs an alternator, a battery, a belt. He can't afford to do the job. He has a warranty company. He doesn't have the warranty information. And then hours later, he's towing it out of here to whatever warranty shop that his shop recommends. But get your shit together. Get your ducks in a row. And you have to plan for your car to break down. Like, legitimately, you have to make plans for your car to break down and have funds to repair it. Other than that, you're going to be screwed. But yes, have I fired customers? I've ghost ride. So what I mean by ghost ride is just say this customer's car, I had to push it in because it doesn't run. And this is an 04 Volkswagen, and I probably won't work on this ever again. So we had to push the car in the shop to figure out whatever's wrong with it. We tell the customer what's wrong with it. They give you a bunch of lip service, and they don't have any money and all this other shit, and it sits for a few hours. And then they finally call them back and say they can't pay and they don't want to pay the diagnostic or whatever the case may be. Ghost ride means we push it out of the shop, and then I ghost ride it right to the street and leave it out there. And if they don't pick it up, the township will tow it away. So yeah, I've ghost ridden cars. I've fired customers. I've thrown customers out of here. And I would bet you that it's not the same in a lot of different shops. I think certain franchise names attract traffic that you don't want. Bob Mulhern didn't tell me he had to fire any customers, but I think he's done it in a more diplomatic way than I have, because that's his personality. Kudos to him. Yeah, I've told people, if you know more about fixing your cars than me, why are you even here? You're a mechanic, you fix your own car. Like, I would never take my car to a shop and try and tell the guy how to fix it. I do my own repairs, and I know how to do drywall and electrical and this and that and doors and windows. I still pay people to this day to do that work, and I never question what they do. I let them do their job, and if there's a problem, I just call them back and say, hey dude, I got a problem. That's simple. I don't ask them what primer, what sealer, what refrigerant, what schooling they went to. I don't ask them all that stuff. I don't ask them what the beginning procedures. I had a customer ask me, well, what am I going to do first before I do his timing belt? You're not the guy that I want to work in the car, nor would I even waste my breath telling you that. I had a guy stop in here yesterday, ask me about putting R12 in his system. I'm like, what planet are you from, dude? He's like, well then, how do you check for leaks? Do you use nitrogen? I don't use nitrogen here. We're going to convert your R12 system to 134. Well, I don't want to do that. Oh. You know, don't know. People driving down the road with their plastic shields hanging off after they just left Jiffy Lube and spent $100 or $300, and hey, can you just secure my shield? Nope, not doing it. Take it back to the last place that worked on your car. So yeah, I mean, I am who I am, and I'm the way that I am for a reason. But yeah, I definitely fire customers. Thanks for watching.